So how's it going, everyone? So I'm going to try something new here, and I'm going to try to record my computer. I have this weird sort of GPS stand that suction cups to anything, so I'm going to try doing this, and because I want to be able to pause during videos and comment on things. I'm not really going to utilize that too much today. I'm just going to sort of test it out and see what you guys think. This is a laptop you are looking at, and yeah. But anyways, I know you guys have seen multiple videos on me about how I talk about the Reichstag fire, and for most of you it's probably getting redundant, but I have to beat this as much as I can because it seems like every single show Alex Jones has, he spreads propaganda about the Reichstag fire. And I don't know what his problem is. I really don't know. He knows he's a liar. But anyways, I find it ironic that today when because I like to watch videos while I work, and I actually have the YouTube Red or whatever, so I can listen to videos while I work, so I can't really watch too much. That's why I like hearing about history, so there doesn't need to be too many slides or anything really intricate in the video that you need to visualize. Just basically listen to somebody talk about history. And if you don't know who David Irving is, you probably have never studied World War II history before. I have a few things I can say about him. I feel like he's given up, and he just wants the little bit of appreciation that he should get for all the discoveries he's made, because the Jews really came after him hard, and I can understand somebody being in his situation, but at the end of the day, when you do this, when you make this commitment to come out and do this and fight against them, you do have to sacrifice everything. You have to sacrifice your whole life. That's why I am not ready right now as a young man to be doing this in the public eye. This right now that I'm sharing with you guys is basically just things that I've been learning and things that I will repeat later on in life when I'm older. But as of right now, I'm not going to be like David Irving and dive deep into the quagmire of who's controlling us and who's telling us what we can and can't do. But let me stop digressing and let's go on to this. So I find it really ironic that in the first 10 minutes of this video, David Irving addresses the Reichstag fire. So yeah, let's just watch this, see if you guys like this, but it shouldn't be any lag either. That's one of the good things about this.
Ambition as historians really to find a particular file and close it and say, that's what happened. Now we found the final verse. Now we found the final truth. For example, one great historical controversy, the Reichstag fire. In February 1933, when the German Parliament building mysteriously burned to the ground at 9 o'clock one evening, and it enabled Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party to round up all the communists and lock them all away in concentration camps, and it, in effect, was the first step of Adolf Hitler towards the road to absolute power, the Reichstag fire.
Now let me stop real fast. I have never heard this before. I swear to God I've never heard this before. And, well, you know what I mean, before today. And it was just bizarre. Because I do go on about it because I want to prove Alex is a liar, and that proves he's a liar and a falsifier of history. And then I hear this, and it's pretty odd, but yeah.
Communists, all the Jewish organizations, the newspapers around the world said, obviously, it was a Nazi setup, a Nazi stunt in order to enable them to take that first step, the Reichstag fire. Obviously, it was the SA, the brown shirts, who set fire to the Reichstag building. And for 50 years and more, that controversy has raged back and forth around the historical corridors of universities between historians and publicists and journalists and lawyers and the courtrooms, and people have been hanged for it.
So what did he just say right there when I unpaused it for a second? He said that the Jewish newspapers and the communists are the ones who took this story and ran with it. Did I not tell you that? Is that not ridiculous that I literally have never heard him? Because I've read, obviously, researching World War II, I even have some of David Irving's books. But in the books that I have, he's never mentioned the Reichstag fire, nor has I've seen videos too of him, and he's never really mentioned. That's why this is one of the few videos that I haven't seen of him. That's why I wanted to watch it today. And it was just one coincidence after another, you know? But that just shows my research independently, though not as thorough and as much of an expert as he may be, because I can speak a little bit of German. I'm trying to learn, but I'm not nearly as fluent as he is. I can get along with my German friends online pretty easily, but when it comes to stuff like this and researching 1930s German and the type of German that they actually used was different than the German that they use nowadays, and there's different styles of writing, and they even took out some letters and added stuff, you know. But I'm going to stop digressing, but I just thought it was really weird because I've never heard him say this before.
Nobody really knew what happened in the Reichstag building on that February evening in 1933 until I went to Moscow last July. And there in Moscow I found 1,600 glass slides, the microfiche, containing the original handwritten diaries, 50 pages per page, microfilmed on these primitive glass slides, of the Nazi propaganda minister, Dr. Joseph Goebbels, who was actually with Adolf Hitler that evening, in February 1933. And he writes how the telephone rings at 9 o'clock that evening, and a phone call comes to say that the Reichstag, the Parliament building's on fire in Berlin. And the two of them, Hitler and Goebbels, are deeply shocked, and they jump in their car and they drive across Berlin. They're very astonished to see the building on fire. And this is the private diary of the Nazi propaganda minister, Dr. Goebbels.
Now, even though I raised the point that during the time that this fire happened, it was very, very bipartisan in Germany, which is another good point to bring up, and the fact that these courts weren't all ruled by National Socialists. So it would have been impossible for the National Socialists, who weren't a favored group among people who were not National Socialists. Everybody despised them. Social Democrats, the what are they called? Nationalists, you know. But he doesn't really bring that point up, but that's just another thing to throw on to what I was saying and to what he's saying.
Appointed minister a few days later. Nobody had seen this page before I set eyes on it in Moscow in July last year. So I had the great pleasure of being able to close a file, the file on the Reichstag fire. And this
close the file on the Reichstag fire. No, not according to Alex Jones. He's a better historian than you, me, all of you. It's funny because even the shill historians who still promote the lie that 3 million Jews were gassed in concentration camps or work labor camps, they even admit that the Germans didn't set fire to their own parliament building. But yeah, Alex Jones tells you that they did. And so did the communists back in the day, and the Jewish newspapers, to smear the National Socialists and the Germans. To show that, oh, these Germans are so stupid. They allowed these radical murderers, ignorant radical murderers, to come to power. I'm sorry, but that's just completely false. It's completely false. No matter how many times the History Channel tells you this, it's not true, and it'll never be true. I'm sorry. So I just wanted to show you this as a little caveat, as a real historian is basically telling Alex Jones right now that he's a liar. But you're going to hear tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day on the Alex Jones Show, the Germans set fire to their own parliament building. Unbelievable, I know. So yeah, let me know how you guys like this. Let me know if you guys, I might play the video once or twice before I upload it, just to see if the sound quality is good and stuff like that. But yeah, I just thought it was really ironic, and I've never heard this before today. So yeah, thank you guys again. Thanks for the support. Take it easy. Stop listening to Alex Jones.